Hey guys, this is Hee-Haw with Dark Moon Cards and Games. I guess if anybody playing the trading card game online noticed this weekend the rotation kicked in. I guess if you guys have a lot of decks in the system, they went scattered all over the place. Some of them probably fell to unlimited, some fell to expanded. I spent a couple days trying to find them all and get them back into standard. I've only relocated 33 of them at the moment. I'm good with that. But today I want to show you the deck that I've been waiting to build just after seeing all the cards coming in Darkness Ablaze. Kind of knew it wouldn't be a top tier deck, but I played it ahead of time before the rotation and it just could not keep up with especially Pikarom and ADP Zacian and stuff like that, which is still really strong. Probably still too much deck for what I'm about to show you. But I think with the rotation, this at least has a chance to be semi-competitive and definitely fun to play. So let's open up and look at Greninja Zoroark with Hydreigon. I've been messing around with this. It's gone through a couple of iterations so far. Originally was pretty much just straightforward. Hydreigon, Greninja Zoroark was just too all over the place, inconsistent. Added in an Oranguru, just because of Professor's research, so often in this deck you're having to do that to dig and throwing away something important, so at least lets you save one of those pieces, whether it's a rare candy or a Hydreigon or a Boss's Orders or whatever. So it comes in handy there. Sometimes that becomes your only draw method if you do get a bad start and you're just swapping card for card, and that gets a little bit of annoying. Main attacker in the deck, Greninja and Zoroark-GX. Love this guy. He's basically the tag team version of the old Darkrai that hit for, I think the Darkrai only did increments of 20. This guy does increments of 30 for all the dark energies on the field. They do not have to be on Greninja Zoroark. They can be anywhere. GX attack is pretty much moot in this one. Never use it. I guess the other part of him to point out is that 250 HP is dismal. You would think that the difference between him and the 280 HP guys would be that much different, but it is a world of difference. Eternatus VMAX destroys this, as does ADP Zacian. You do play one Big Charm, which does not really get you out of range because of all the little Zigzagoon shenanigans and scoop up nets that go on there. More often than not, this Big Charm goes here to Axew. Axew is kind of the star of this deck. Never even thought about putting this in until we started messing around, and then looking at him with his ability Unnerve. When your opponent plays an item or supporter from their hand, it prevents all effects of that card done to this Pokemon. So Axew can sit there on your bench and not be caught by anything. Can't be caught by a catcher, can't be caught by Boss's Orders. Going back to what I was talking about with Greninja, he only needs 2 to attack. The other energies can go elsewhere. When you're not sure where else to put one in this thing, you just put him on Axew. And if he ends up sitting there with 7 or 8 energies on him, then he is doing his job. The vital role that he plays, a lot of times I put that Big Charm there and make him 90. And if somebody's going to take him out by little snipes, then they're going to have to use every bit of resource that they have to take him out. The last change in the Pokemon line was to add in Mewtwo and Mew-GX. Really doesn't hit for a weakness that matters, but it does cover you against anybody that might be playing fighting. Right now it's pretty much Phalanx. Maybe Rhyperior, Sandaconda. Sandaconda is kind of slow to set up as well, so usually you can out-hit that one. Once I threw in Mewtwo and Mew, it definitely swings that match. It makes it pretty viable against everything else. If you're not playing a deck that is going to snipe things a lot, the Big Charm is best served to be on Mewtwo Mew. That gets him up to 300, where he has to be 2 hit by just about everything out there. I guess save Centiskorch, and if Centiskorch gets rolling to where it's hitting for that level of damage, then it doesn't matter what you're playing. But yeah, Mewtwo Mew, just play one copy of it in here for now, keeping a higher count of Greninja Zoroark, because sometimes you just want to throw one away and just drive as deep as you can with Mewtwo Mew. We'll see. We'll play some games with it and sort of see how that shakes out. It's all still under consideration and under construction. Some of these decks I'll change a card here, card there from now over the next 2 months, trying to get them right. But 3 Evolution Incense, vital for getting Hydreigon. We do play one Zweilous, so if we have to climb that ladder manually instead of rare candy to him, we can. That's not what we want to do. One Ordinary Rod, mostly just to put energies back in, but can help you recover part of that Hydreigon line if you have to either toss it with Professor's Research or it gets knocked out. For Quick Ball, for rare candy. Reset Stamp in this one is seems to be really important, seems to be pretty huge in all the games that I played. Especially somebody gets out in front of you, or even is staying even with you and takes out your 250 HP Zoroark. Greninja Zoroark, I guess I should say. Following that up with a reset stamp to 3 sometimes can lock them into a bad hand and let you make the comeback. Play one Viridian Forest, just again, another way to get some energies out of there. There's a couple other ways as well. Get Sonia, if you don't have to use it on the first turn to get out basics. It's strong for that. You can get out a Deino and a Dedenne if you have to. But later in the game, you can just use it to get 2 more energies out, so that with the stadium, get 3 out in a turn. Which is definitely strong. That's 90 extra damage, in addition to anything else that you might already have in hand. 3 bosses orders, 1 Mallow Lana. Wish we had a way to get that back. A lot of times it ends up having to get tossed by research and never gets used, but still working on counts of things and maybe a different supporter here and there. Marnie, I think that's pretty standard, 3 Marnie for research. Then 16 energy. Sometimes PTCGO loads you up where you have those hands where they give you like a super rod, a reset stamp, or an ordinary rod, a reset stamp, and the rest energy. And I don't know. I hate to change a deck in testing because of the way the trading card game online randomizes things. We've only played the card version of this for real about 3 times, and I have not ever run into an issue where I had a whole handful of energy. But it does happen a lot on the trading card game online. I guess if you see that a lot, you could probably cut this down. Sitting at 16 energy, that gives you a potential of 480, actually, plus the base damage of another 30, so 510 damage. Not going to happen very often unless you're playing against the computer in the trading card game online, but this is definitely my fun deck of the new format. I don't know that it'll find a place in the upper echelon of the new 2020-2021 standard format, but maybe some tweaking might get it there, and maybe making it more Mewtwo Mew Central will get it there. But we're going to play some games with it and see if we can eke out any wins. So let's see what we can find here. We're going to give the Greninja Zoroark deck a try, and I'm going to, not really sure if I've got that worked out on whether you want to go first or second with this thing. I'm going to stick with the old adage. You want to get your guys down so you can evolve them first. More specifically, Hydreigon there. So I'm going to go first. I think in this format that's a little bit risky, but would have been an awful hand to start with if we had a basic there. I'm going to hold off on that Greninja, see if we can find Mewtwo maybe. This is where I wish I could play my supporters, because then I could get my Mewtwo and Deino with that Sonia. Alright, this is going to be a very fast hitting deck. So let's go ahead and put a Deino down. Kind of want to hold on to this other Greninja Zoroark just in case we want to put him in the discard pile. I want to get a chance to search the deck here first and see. So don't want to burn that incense yet, just in case we get hit with a Marnie or something. I like to have that as an option still in the deck. I've yet to build the Mad Party deck. Heard that it can be pretty crazy fast. One prizer doing I think it sounds like somewhere around you get 150, 160 damage, something like that. I guess the bonus here is these will be low HP guys, so if we can get started, I guess with these guys being psychic, I may actually want to stay away from that Mewtwo, as I do have resistance with Greninja and Zoroark. And it's not going to take a lot of energy in play for me to really do so much damage. Probably actually going to start attacking with Hydreigon at some point here as well. So let's go there. We are not going to get to Hydreigon unless we're really lucky. See what we've got in here. Got an energy. Let's go ahead and Sonia. I don't think Axew is really going to be a big factor in this one either. I think I'd rather try to get a second Hydreigon going. I may try to take some knockouts with that guy. So I think he will probably knock out everything on the other side of this one. Go ahead and put back in our one little dark energy, which again I don't think we're going to need a bunch on the field against this one. I'm really thinking about the price trade in this. I don't think it's going to hurt to go ahead and get out Oranguru either. 70 damage from him might actually be a pretty easy knockout as well. Go ahead and put back an energy for now, because we'll always be able to use that next turn. Look, another energy. We'll strike first again. To see if there's a way to keep up in the price trade on this thing. We need to probably get ahead a couple before they really take out this first one. This first Greninja Zoroark. Get a little bit of an idea of how many they have this turn. Not too many in there yet. So trying to get to that Poltegeist. Wasn't paying close enough attention to see if the Sinistea was down for a turn or not. Looks like he's gonna, well, thought he might salvage that energy. Should have got a handful more attackers in there and got his Poltegeist. So. Let's see what kind of damage we're going to be looking at here. It's a shame we don't have anything that hits for items. 80, so that's not ugly yet anyway. Let's put back another energy on Primate Wisdom. See if there's anything else interesting here. See, right now I'm doing 30, 60, 90, 120. Don't think there's anything else that really is better to take out than this Poltegeist. We're going to hold on to that Boss's Orders for right now. Maybe Marnie will hurt him a little bit. Maybe not. Evolution Incense would be nice anytime here, but so I think if we can get 3 off of this Greninja Zoroark before we lose it, then we can probably just switch to Hydreigons and Oranguru just to keep the prize trade going, but I need to get a Hydreigon here before long. Gave him 2 more on that one. T-Break gets another in. It'd be pretty crazy to drive it to 250. Probably going to get up in the pushing 200, I would say. But again, resistance is working against them on this one. Looks like a fun deck. I've got all the cards to build it, just have not fooled with it yet. Just never know with Roxy, they might get enough in here. Down to 12 cards left in the decks. They've got to be pushing up there close. And at this point, could just be missing the energy, but I'm not guessing so. I think at this point, probably just playing to try to drive that number of Pokemon up. Well, there's energy. Let's see. I'm not even going to try to do the math. Hitting for 180. Let's go, I may wisdom that quick ball in. They're just bound and determined to not let me get a Hydreigon here. Definitely don't like the size of that hand, so let's Marnie that away. Let's see if we can get something ourselves. There's an incense, finally. Let's go ahead and candy to this one while we've got it in hand. I think at this point we're going to have to be playing to keep out of the way. They can do 180. They're not going to be able to get to a one-shot, so we're going to have to do this and then retreat. And this is just to even the game up. Maybe after this with Stamp, we can keep them out of boss's orders and whatever else is going to do bad things to us. This gave them 2 more, so that will put them to, what, 220 maybe? So that's getting pretty scary. I'm most definitely going to retreat if we live through this turn. I guess we don't live through this turn, that's the game. But going to retreat and hide this Greninja Zoroark if we can after this. And only 3 energies in the discard pile, so there should be a ton of them available off of this research. That hand just keeps on getting bigger. But, they might get us, actually, as there is no resistance against this Bunnelby. Don't know if we're going to get through this turn. That might be enough there. That's got to be close. I know that's enough. Love to have that Big Charm back. Let's go for the power of Reset Stamp. guess all we can do at this point is just hope that Stamper really hurt them. They don't have a way to get energy. There's that daggone Big Charm. You live through this turn, then we can just catch something and kill it. We got enough damage on the field. I don't think... I'm not down any boss's orders. A pretty good shot of hitting orders on the turn if we just live. We'll see what it looks like. It's gonna be tough for them to send something up, retreat it, and attach. So we may be able to sneak this one out. Kind of looks like maybe thought he had the game won and is sweating it a little bit here. I guess above everything else, they need an attacker. May not even be able to get to that, but may have been a little too aggressive throwing away Pokemon. Maybe trying to get that one shot and play themselves maybe out of attackers, but don't think the hand's going to sprout anything. So hopefully they'll just play what they have and come on. And if they lost it, they lost it. Or they could just sit there. That might get us there. Let's see. Let's go Big Charm. I'm gonna put this Marnie in so we will get it back. I'm gonna go there. I think we got him this time. There is a Dark Pulse for 270. Very close game. That is a scary deck, but looks like a very fun deck to try as well. I've got to get that thing built and put together. Again, you sort of see the weakness there on Greninja Zoroark. Just that 20 HP lower than the standard tag team. You wouldn't think it would make that much difference, but it did in this, obviously. Even with Big Charm, it's just not enough. But pretty cool game. Let's see what else we can find here. We won the coin flip this time. We tried it one time going first, and you saw how it struggled to set up. So let's try it going second. See if we can if that makes any difference on getting started with it. And here I am going to choose to go second, and I may, especially if we draw something where we can get a Deino down, I'm going to have a hand that I don't want to throw away, so I may pass on playing supporters. Let's see what we get. Definitely take the mulligan. We'll put a pointy head down. Curious on this. Well, this could be all sorts of things. Maybe Tapu Koko. Could still be a Pikarom, I guess. Could be Reshiram and Zekrom tag team. It could just be the Boltund Tapu Koko. Twin Energy. I guess playing it down just to not lose it. It's going to probably be one of those decks where speed's going to be an issue, and well, now I'm getting a little confused. I think we will go Big Charm. Go ahead and attach, and it's going to be aggressive and try to get everything out. We can get some of this back, or it could do that to us, which is hideous on a level that's hard to describe. Good day. Thank you, Trading Card Game Online. what do we do here? Got to get a Hydreigon out, but then I'm left with nothing. Go with the Dedenne and I toss everything. Let's put him back and see what recovery we have. We got 1 rod and still got 9 energies in there, I think. Don't think that will be as devastating as it maybe seems. Let's grab the Dedenne. Man, I hate doing that. I'm gonna go, let's get Hydreigon out of there, just so we don't draw it. A couple stages away from being able to do much there. I guess we can get the basics out on the next turn, kind of plunk along here, but if the fighting side of this deck takes off, this might get ugly pretty quick. Don't know if Phalanx is there as just a little bit of a counter. I don't think it's going to do too much unless you have a full bench of them, and right now and there goes another. Kind of curious about the Coco and I can see the Coco Prism Star because that's just a way to speed energy onto Phalanx. He doesn't require anything. You could play lightning energies in that if you wanted to. Let's go the safe route here. Get that. And let's get out our big boy. We may have to ride him pretty hard this game. Not really anything there I want to quick ball away. Wouldn't mind having a second Deino down, but let's go with what we got. This hand survives a Marnie or anything like that. This is a pretty decent hand that we're holding. Team packed. I don't know what they've got to get to get me. They've got to get to 280. They've got to get to 140. Only did 120. Be nice to switch out of that, but we might be able to here. Forget which Pokemon we got. We'll go ahead and get him back in. 2 of our 6 energies back in. Not really sure what to go after. I think go and kill this guy since they've got so much energy committed to him. Then we can take out this Phalanx V later. I guess we're going to toss bosses anyway. Let's go ahead and get down another. Don't want to get handicapped and have that one caught and not have anywhere to go. So this is looking a little better. Squall 2 there. We'll put 1 here where you can't get it. So that's 30, 60, 90. We may go ahead and we may have to lose this Greninja Zoroark. But I think that'll set us up for a stamp in a pretty decent position. Let's play it out here and see. Coco has, yeah. Coco's got free retreat, 250 HP with that cape on it, so not going to be looking to mess with that. The Dedenne is a much easier target. Gonna get back to the same damage level, it looks like. Be another 2, that'll get us to 240. What does this add again? It adds 30, 270. I think we still survive. I'm not sure on that. That'll be times 2, so actually I think they'll get us on that, but I'm not too worried about that, as I think our Mewtwo can put us in a pretty good spot for the rest of the game. But it's an interesting variation of the Phalanx deck. Yeah, 180 there. It's okay. Kind of anticipating that. They're going to get a bunch of nice looking stuff in their hand, and then we're going to make it go bye-bye. Don't want to put down the other Greninja Zoroark. Pretty much going to ride this Mewtwo and either it'll live or die by him, I believe. I would love to see the other Big Charm. Keep that bench spot open for who knows what. Hopefully not too early on the stamp. I think that's a pretty good play there. A lot of things in this in the format that will let them get out of a 3-card hand. So not anticipating that handicapping them for the game. Let's go with one there. Get a second one there just in case we need to attack, and then I will put my other on pointy head. Nothing else that we need with Evolution Incense. Again, just getting Zweilous out of there so we don't draw it. They're not going to survive anything. I guess we're not sure. I don't know. I think I had to toss that Mallow Lana. That might be bad for this match. Turbo Patch missed there. That could have been 200 damage my way, which definitely hurts my long-term plans here. And no access to Mallow Lana might just be might swing this one their way. Let's go ahead and grab this dude. We'll forest away for one more energy. Let's keep it there. Love to see a boss's orders right here. As if so, then we can just get Dedenne and that'll be game. Not lucky enough for that. We do have Oranguru still in there. No way to get it with this hand that we have. I'm okay with that. That keeps my Mewtwo alive. Don't know that that one was done for them, but they, I guess they know their deck better than I did. There's a second game with that, actually against Weakness, and also playing for Weakness. I think that game kind of shows the value of that Mewtwo Mew tag team in there. Don't know there was any real misplays. You can see the deck kind of stumbles around a little bit trying to get started. I guess any stage 2 is like that. There's 2 games with that. Pretty quick look at this deck. Like I said, this is one I've been waiting to build. I wouldn't say that I'm disappointed with how it's turned out. I didn't think it would be a format dominating deck. Really never got to showcase. I guess we got him up to 270 there one time, which is nice, but it can hit well into the 400s if you really dig and get those energies out and be aggressive with it. The issue of course, is always just keeping Greninja and Zoroark alive. I think Mewtwo is the answer to that. Maybe even swapping this around to... let's get back to the deck for a second. I could see going a second Mewtwo easily. I don't know that I want to drop Greninja Zoroark beyond the 3 where it is. You don't need 3 for the game, obviously. But just in the event that they do get prized, 2 of them being prized is possible, and if 2 of them are prized, then you are paddling with nothing there. There really is no other option if that's the case. Maybe the Oranguru. I like having a Oranguru. Maybe that's the place for the other Mewtwo. I guess maybe another. You can maybe drop the bosses down. I've got 3 right now. Maybe drop that down to 2. Stamp is way too valuable, I think, with this fragile 250 HP tag team. I think you definitely saw it come into play in that Mad Party game where the Stamp kind of saved me. But yeah, play around with it and see. Didn't get a lot of use out of Sonia, but it does have its strengths as well. Mallow and Lana. Love to have a Cynthia Caitlyn or something where we could get Mallow and Lana back. Or maybe a Pal Pad might be the way to go on that one. I think originally I had this at 2 Big Charms. I guess a couple times there I was digging for a second charm that wasn't there, apparently. And I've got that cut back to 1. 2 games with that. Hope you enjoyed it. And until the next time, this has been Hee-Haw with Dark Moon Cards and Games. Be not afraid. Later.